Hello, welcome to another movie review here on my channel. Today we're going to look at war games. Yes, indeed. Nowadays it is actually the time for the Halloween week, but I'm more into the action genres, so we take war games. It's kind of horror, isn't it? Well, when it comes to the weirdness that actually happens and everything, but yeah. War games is basically about a group of teenagers are actually going to a forest or yes, it was a forest. It was, I wanted to call it in the beginning as a forest, basically a field, but later on they are in the forest and they move back and forth between those two places. And suddenly they come upon some soldiers, old soldiers that actually, or military people that are actually trying to kill them. They kidnap one girl to keep these teenagers to stay there, so they can kill off them one by one. What the teenager actually did there was that they will play a paintball game. Well, it actually stands that on the back, but it's actually, in my opinion, it actually looks more like soft air gun play or something like that. I don't know. Similar to that. These soldiers, what I understand, is wants to kill people. In the description they actually say they are cannibals, but I never get that. I don't see that, or maybe I missed that in the movie, but it doesn't seem like that in many ways. But they kidnap one of the girls, and the others are trying to find her, but come upon these soldiers. They kill off one person. They are freaking out. One trying to run away, get his leg blown off by a mine. Yes, indeed. This is military people, so yeah. And after that, they are trying to find this missing girl, which turned out to be a harder, quest, if you will call it that. And they actually are getting killed off one by one. But suddenly they actually are fighting back on the soldiers and actually getting some of the soldiers killed, or military. Let's call them soldiers. They are getting killed by these teenagers, and the soldiers are getting angry, more angry, and are trying to find them for any cost. And yeah, during the movie you actually see these soldiers also. You see them actually being freaky in one part. They kill off dogs, eat dogs, and other animals I can't really name, but I never will see they being cannibals, as I said before. So because of this freakiness, in my opinion, they will not stop before every one of these teenagers has died or have been punished for their fellow soldiers' death. They're coming to the end there. The main girl are trying to find his sister, which is actually the missing girl, and she has her flirt or love interest actually following her. He's getting killed by a main soldier guy after he basically kills off the missing girl before the main girl actually hiding in their camp. Because of that, she is freaking out and is actually going for revenge on the last soldiers, actually kills them off. And in the end, she's walking through the parts there this movie had actually been have been placed in, and ends up in the minefield that the other guy that got his leg blown off ended up, and yeah, that is how it ends. She is staring into the camera and it just goes to the credits. for me, this movie didn't make sense in many things. The main reason being that why the soldiers actually wanted to kill these teenagers. Back here, I'm actually basing the review on that they say they are cannibals. But in my opinion, they never say that, they never show that. They just show that they are a little bit of a crazy kind of soldiers. Sorry for that. And they're trying just to kill them for the fun of it, in my opinion. Which actually makes me feel a little bit sick of these characters, and they are not really fun to watch. They're just idiotic, in my opinion. Even though this is the movie. Yeah. The teenagers, in my opinion, isn't that well played out. They are just sometimes feeling like idiots. Many of them don't really know what to do in this, scenario, if you would call it that, and are actually freaking out and getting killed by that, and I'm just getting tired of that kind of behavior. But this isn't a horror movie, but I would call it somewhat of an action thriller, in my opinion. The main bad guys is the most fun of this movie, actually. They are, even though I'm getting sick of these characters, they are actually as better than the teenagers, because they are just, as I said, idiots, and sometimes just playing out bad in the acting. They don't give this performance a really good work, in my opinion, and so the bad guys are actually giving their roles actually better justice, if you will call it that. When it comes to the environments and effects, the effects is okay. They aren't the most amazing. The explosions, the killing of the blood and everything is okay, in my opinion. They are not the most amazing ones, but they fit for this movie. The environments, as I say, they were mostly the fields and forest. Sometimes they were in the base, but that is just one or twice in this movie, and that doesn't justify just being in the fields and the forest, in my opinion. Even though there are some cool scenes where the main girl is actually hiding in the some water and trying to get away from the main bad guy, but yeah. Overall, I would say this movie is not the most amazing movie, in my opinion. When it comes down to it, it is just a movie that is actually trying to be something when it comes to be a little bit different when it comes to the plot. In my opinion, they are having the soldiers being crazy and supposedly being cannibals and trying to kill these teenagers and eat them later. But yeah, in my opinion, it doesn't come out that way, and it isn't as good because of that. So the rating for this movie are going to be a 4.2 out of 10. As I said, it was mainly because the story doesn't make sense. In my opinion, the effects are okay, but isn't as great that it could have been. The environments are basically the same all the way through, and the characters isn't as greatly acted as I would have wanted it to be. That was all for today, folks. Hope you liked it. Hope to see you next time.